How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. I hear you have something you'd like to discuss.
Yeah, uh, lately I've noticed that like my boyfriend and I we're a unit, we're a good team together, but I feel like we could be a better team had we been communicating a little more openly or effectively, and I don't know how we're gonna ever reach that level of like being able to communicate with no issues.
Okay, well, specifically then, where do you think that you and your boyfriend have difficulties communicating?
I feel like we just don't understand each other a lot of the time where we're coming from, so that all those misunderstandings lead into like arguments and
Mhm.
stuff, which could be avoided. I
Okay,
think.
so if I'm understanding you correctly, it's miscommunication more than anything else.
Yeah.
Uh, you had mentioned to me once before that your boyfriend was somewhat older. Could this be a generational thing?
Actually, now that you bring it up, it seems like that could be like so relevant. Like that
Hmm.
makes a lot of sense because he'll, like I'll do something one way and then he'll be like, no, like this is how it's done or whatever, and this is like all that I'm used to or whatever. He's like, how are you even doing this? It makes no sense to me. And then
So he's kind of set in his ways, is what you're telling me.
yeah, yeah, that sounds like it.
Okay. What sort of things have you tried in the past?
um, actually, to be honest, I think the most I do is really just think about it. I haven't really like confronted him on like how we're always like we always talk about how we argue, but I haven't been like, well, why don't we do this to not argue? Because I guess just get lost in like feeling so angry and stuff, and you don't even know how to fix it. I feel like maybe if we sat down and described how we both feel in this situation and what's going on, then maybe we'll understand each other,
Sure.
obviously where we're at, and then we could go from there.
Mhm. Now, what about listening? Do the two of you take the time to listen to one another?
That's a very valid argument. Yeah, I feel like both of us, to be honest, both of us struggle with listening to each other, like completely hearing each other.
Sure.
Yeah,
Um, well, here's a thought. I don't know if you've tried this before, but have you ever heard of a talking stick?
a talking stick.
Yes.
No.
Talking stick, very, very basic. You have a stick, whoever's holding onto it gets to talk. The other person has to sit and listen. They cannot interrupt. That way, you'd be able to get your whole point across. The other person would therefore have to listen to everything you have to say. And then you hand over the stick to that person, and then it's your turn to listen to what they have to say.
Right.
That way the two of you will be able to get your points across without getting lost in the translation.
Exactly, and I feel like that's where we are most of the time, is stuck in the lost in translation because we're not listening to each other.
Well, listening is a big part of communication, and I know you know that. So
No kidding, wow. Open my eyes. So the talking stick would work actually.
it could very well work.
What if he doesn't want to learn? So I like that idea, but Rob's set in his ways. He might think that a talking stick is not his thing. So
Mhm.
what could we do instead of this stick?
Well, you could just sit there and ask them to patiently listen to you and not to talk until you finish whatever it is that you have to say. Or perhaps you can even write a letter to them. Just articulate all the things that you're thinking and feeling.
That is smart.
Let him read it through and formulate his own thoughts, because a lot of the times when people get into a debate or an argument, it becomes a matter of ego, a matter of pride. I have to get it right, I have to be right, it doesn't matter what I'm saying at the time. But if you wrote something down, it'll give people time to think and reflect before they react.
Right. That's smart. And I feel like the way we both are too, like we both kind of like cut to chases. No matter how much we want to be like calm or whatever, like we both could jump to conclusions and have our minds set in our own ways. Like he's not the only one that's set. So I feel like having my letter and even asking if you could write me a letter too. So we could,
That's a wonderful idea.
thanks. I wouldn't have even thought of writing. That's so.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see. Between now and let's say the next time you and I sit and talk, set those goals for yourself. Try the talking stick and perhaps even write a letter.
Right.
See how that works.
Perfect. And either one, if one doesn't work, then I'll just have the other one and we'll get to the bottom of this.
All right, that sounds pretty
Thank
cool,
you so
Nicky.
much.
You are most certainly welcome.
Awesome. 5 minutes and 5 seconds.
Bonus!